Yes, yesterday what we have discussed? Which topic we have discussed yesterday? Electrical propulsion unit, block diagram, what is drive, clear? So all these things we have discussed in previous lecture. And what are the motor drives, means what are the types of motors, clear? So today we are going to see the DC motor speed configuration. Today we are going to see the DC motor speed configuration. So means how the speed of the DC motor is controlled using the power converters. Okay, how the DC motor speed is controlled using the power converter. So see here, already we know, you know the very well about the operating principle of the DC motor. Clear? You know the very well about the operating principle of the DC motors. Okay, when a current carrying conductor is placed in the magnets, then what will happening? So the force is produced. Okay, the force is produced. This is the magnets, N pole and north pole and south pole. Okay, and this is the coil. Okay, this is the current coiling conductor. So this current coiling conductor is placed in between the magnets. Okay, this is the current coil conductors has placed in between the magnets. What will happening? Whenever we are giving the supply to this coil, which is placed in between the magnets, so then what will happening? The force is exercised. The force is experienced. The force is experienced. Okay, and this force is moves towards in this direction. Okay, this force moves in this direction like this. So then that time, so this position of the rotor, this position of the coil is comes like this. Okay, whenever the force is attracted like this, and when the current leaving the conductor, that force is acting in this direction. Okay, that force is acting in this direction. So due to this, the coil is rotate in this direction. Due to this, the coil is rotate in this direction. Clear? Again, when the current's direction is reverses, okay, when the current is direction reverses, but here the supply is not reverses. This is the DC supply constant. But here we are using the commutators. This commutator will make the reverse the supply. This commutator will reverses the supply. So whenever this supply is reverses, then what will happening as per the Fleming's left-hand rule? Okay, the coil is again rotates is like this. The coil is again rotates like this. Okay, so like this simple the coil which is placed in between the magnets. Okay, the coil will be rotates in a particular direction. The coil will be rotates in a particular direction like this. Clear? This is the simple operating principle of the DC motors. I think you knows very well about it. Okay, so I'm not going to in depth about the operating principle of the DC motor here. Okay. So the basic DC motor EMF equation. What is the EMF equation of the DC motor? What is the EMF equation of the DC motor? Can anybody tell? Anyone can say, please? What is the EMF back EMF equation of the DC motor? Back EMF equation of the DC motor, please. Roll number 2 projector. Roll number 2 projector. Prajakta. Roll number 7, Aarti. Roll number 7, Aarti. Roll number 10. I will take option if you will not give the answer. Say yes or no. If it is a wrong answer, no problem. If no, say yes. Otherwise, say no. Rutuja, roll number 10. Rutuja, roll number 10. Nobody is listening, I think. Chandana.
Yes, sir.
What is the EMF equation of the DC motor? EMF equation. Back EMF equation of the DC machine. P phi Z N upon by 16 to A. Back EMF the equation P phi Z N upon by 16 to A. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
So it is on the screen. Why students are not saying? I have written the screen P phi Z N upon by 16 to A. Prajakta, can you unmute yourself? Prajakta, Aarti, Rutuja. So I will take absent of these students.
Yes, sir.
So why you are not telling? Huh? Aarti?
Sir, my internet connection was lost, so I couldn't hear single word what you said.
Okay. So what is the back EMF equation of the DC motor?
EB is equal to P phi NZ upon 60A.
Okay. What is meant by P here?
P is number of poles.
Okay. What is meant by Z here?
Z is number of conductors.
Okay. N is nothing but?
N is speed of motor.
Okay. A is nothing but?
A. Parallel paths. Number of parallel paths.
Okay. So for lap winding, what is the value of A? Lap winding. लैप वाइंडिंग नाम सुना ना?
Yes, sir.
लैप वाइंडिंग और दूसरा वाइंडिंग कौन सा है?
Wave.
वेव वाइंडिंग. लैप वाइंडिंग के लिए A is equal to the value of the A is equal to for lap winding. A is equal to P na? P is nothing number of poles. A is equal to P for lap winding. If 4-pole motor, so A is equal to 4. If 6-pole motor, A is equal to 6. If 2-pole motor, A is equal to 2. Is it right? Okay, for wave winding, A is equal to 2. For wave winding, A is equal to, this is the constant. Clear? So for lap winding, A is equal to P, number of poles. If it is a 4-pole motor, so we are taking A is equal to 4. If it is a 6-pole motor, we are taking A is equal to 6. If it is a 2-pole motor, we are taking A is equal to 2. Is it clear? So this is the EMF equation of the DC motors. Okay, next. So we know the formula. What is the formula? EB is proportional to flux into N. EB proportional to flux into N. So that is equal to what we can write? EB is equal to K into phi into N. Can we write like this? If we remove the proportional, some constant we are going to add. EB is equal to K into phi into N. So what is the relation between the speed and back EMF? Arti? What is the relation between the back EMF and speed? Arti? Chandana? Chandana? Chandana, are you there? Aishwarya? Aishwarya? Anil Kamble? Anil? Anil Kamble? Praveen Kamble? Praveen Kamble? Mali Suraj? All of you there in online? Rishikesh? Rishikesh? Yes, directly proportional. Is it clear? Exactly right answer. Who given the answer? Arshivardhan. Very good, Arshivardhan. Thank you. Okay. EB directly proportional to the, so the speed of the motor is directly proportional to the voltage. Okay. So from this is the basic equivalent circuit diagram of the DC motor. So this is the basic equivalent circuit diagram of the DC motor. So from this basic circuit diagram, equivalent circuit diagram, so we can write V is equal to, what is the formula? V is equal to voltage drop across this circuit means voltage drop across the resistance means IA RA, okay, plus EB back EMF. V is equal to supplied voltage is equal to EB plus IA RA plus EB plus IA RA okay. Next, so from this equation what we can write? EB is equal to what we can write from our equation? EB is equal to V minus IA RA, right answer. Okay, like the same way we can do the equations, basic analysis of the DC motor. Here V is nothing but, supply voltage, EB is nothing but back EMF, IA is nothing but armature current, the current which is flowing through the armature circuit. Okay, and RA is nothing but armature resistance. Okay, and whatever the armature winding is there, it is having some resistance. That resistance can be called as armature resistance. Okay, so we know the formula EB is equal to V minus IRA. So we know the formula EB is equal to K phi N. So K phi N is equal to what we can write? K phi N is equal to V minus IA RA. V minus IA RA. Clear? So n is equal to what we can write from our equation, V minus Ra upon by K phi. Can we write like this? Can we write like this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the relation between the speed and the flux? Speed और flux का क्या relation है?
Inversely proportional.
Inversely proportional.
Inversely proportional. So whenever you want to run the motors above base speed, so you have to decrease the field flux. Okay, so field flux decrease करने के लिए we have to decrease the field current. Clear? So whenever we are going to decrease the field current, the speed is going to increase. So whenever you want to run the motor above the base speed, so we have to go for the field flux control method. You have to go for the field flux control method. Clear? So just 1 minute. Okay, so whenever you want to run the motor above the base speed, so we can go for the field flux control method. So the n is equal to, also we can write EB by KF K phi. Okay, V minus IA RA we can write VB. Is it right? So this is the basic equation of the DC motors. Clear? Okay, these are the these are the basic types of the DC motors based on the excitation. So the DC motors have been classified into separately as a DC motor, DC shunt motor, DC series motor, and a compound motor. Clear? Separately as a DC motor, shunt motor, series motor, and compound motor. Okay, already we know, because the field winding is excited by the separate DC supply. That's why they have given name for this separately as a DC motor. And the field winding is connected in parallel with the armature. That's why this motor is called as the shunt motor. The field winding is connected in series with the armature circuit. It is called as a DC series motor. Okay, so compound motors. Okay, that is the depends based on the connection of the field winding across the armature and the series field. Okay, they have given name for this compound motors. So we know the basic equation of the DC shunt motor. EV is equal to EB plus IA into RA. Okay, so current is equal to field ISH is equal to V by RSH. So like the same way we can write the equation for DC series motor. V is equal to we can also write the EB or EA. EB plus IA RA plus IA RSC. Okay, why we have written the IA RSC? Because in the series motors, the field winding and armature winding are connected in series. So we can write voltage drop across the resistance IA into total resistance RA plus RSC. The voltage drop across the resistance is equal to current into resistance IA into RA plus RSC. So that is equal to V is equal to EB plus IA into RA plus ISC. RA plus RSC. So ISC is equal to what we can write? ISC is equal to IA is equal to V by RA plus ISC. Here, whatever the current is flowing through the series winding, that same amount of current is also flowing through the armature winding. That's why we can write IA is equal to ISC. IA is equal to ISC. That is equal to V by total resistance RA plus RSC. RA plus RSC. Clear? So like the same way, we can write the basic equations. You can go through the machine subject concept. So already we have discussed this characteristics in last previous topic, transmission characteristics. Okay, constant torque method, constant power method. Have you remembered this characteristics? 2 days, 3 days back, we have discussed about this one. Base speed. Okay. Have you remembered these characteristics? Okay, chopper control of DC motors. Chopper control of DC motors. So choppers generally are used for the control of DC motors because number of advantages. Okay, because the number of advantages such as high efficiency, flexibility in control, lightweight, small size, quick response, and regeneration down to a very low speeds. Presently, the separate exit DC motor usually used in the traction due to the control flexibility of the armature voltage and field. Because the controlling technology of the separately exit DC motor is very easy compared with the other motors because the field and armature windings are connected separately. So that's why controlling circuit is simple. So due to that, mostly separately exit DC motor are using. Okay, for a DC motor control open loop and closed loop configuration, the chopper offers a number of advantages due to its high operation frequency. So see here, I will say the high operation frequency results in high frequency output voltage ripple and therefore less ripples in the motor armature current and smaller region discontinuous conditions in the speed torque plane. So means what we can say, mostly we are using the choppers for controlling the DC motors. So because of high efficiency and very less voltage ripples present in the output voltage waveform. Okay, so a reduction in the armature current will reduce the armature losses also. So armature करंट रिपल कम होने से क्या होता है, आर्मेचर लॉसेस भी कम हो जाएगा इससे. So due to this reduction of armature losses, the efficiency will be increased. Okay, so the power electronic circuit and steady state waveform of DC chopper drive is shown in figure. So we can see here, this is the chopper fed DC motor. Here the load, instead of this load we can use as a DC motor. Okay, instead of this load we can use as a DC motor. Clear? So DC chopper drive. So here we are not mentioning the motors, just simple we are taking as a load. Okay, so load is nothing but here motor. Okay, so the DC voltage source, we supply the inductive load through the self-commutated semiconductor switch. Okay, the DC voltage source we supplies to inductive load through the self-commutated semiconductor switch. Means here motor load is nothing but inductive load. Okay, this we are applying the supply voltage through the semiconductor switch. This is the power semiconductor switch. Okay, maybe we can use the MOSFET, IGBT, thyristor, and so on, etc. Is it right? So what will be the operation of this circuit? What is the operation of this circuit? What is the operation of this circuit? Can anyone tell, please? So generally the choppers will be operated on the principle of on and off. Generally the chopper switches will be operated on the principle of on and off. Clear? On and off. So here when the switch is closed, first case 1, case 1. Case 1. So when the switch is closed, switch is sorry. So I will take one circuit diagram here. This is the supply. This is the one switch we are taking. This is the motor terminals. Okay, here we are taking the one freewheeling diode across the terminals, across the armature terminals. What is this terminal? A. What is this terminal? AA. Clear? This is the switch. Okay. So here the supply voltage is DC. Supply voltage DC, constant DC. So here, this is the supply voltage, constant. Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the DC supply voltage constant. So how we are getting the output? This is the V0 waveform. Okay, so generally this switch is operated. This is the chopper switch. Okay, this is the chopper switch. This switch is connected in series with the armature circuit. So when the switch is closed, then what will happening? Current flow, the current is flowing through this circuit to this circuit. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this current is flowing through this way. So this current is flowing through this circuit. Okay, this is the flow for the, this is the path for flowing the current through the load circuit. So when the current is flowing through the load circuit, okay, that current can be called as load current or output current. So that can be represented by I0. So whenever the current is flowing through the load circuit, so voltage is present across the load circuit. Voltage is present across the load circuit. Clear? Current flow होता है तभी present रहेगा. So this voltage waveform can be drawn like this. So this wave shape of this output voltage is same as the supply voltage. For example, this is the 0. Okay, up to this point the switch is on. Up to this point the switch is on. Okay, so from this point to this point the switch is off. Switch is off. So this is the total time period. Means this is the off period. This is the on period. Okay, on period plus off period is equal to, we can write total time period capital T. We can write total time period capital T. Is it okay? Are you got the point? Okay, when the switch is on from 0 to this point, so the output voltage is present. So it is same as the magnitude of the output voltage same as the supply voltage. Like this. Clear? Okay. Next, what will be the output current? 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 Please tell me. Current flow from this point to this point. The switch is closed. The current is flowing through the load circuit, na? Yes or no? Whether the current is flowing or not, Please tell me. Please say yes or no, whether the current is flowing or not. Okay, this is the inductive load. The current is flowing like this. Okay. If it case is resistance load, so the current and voltage waveform are same. If in case resistive load, the current and voltage waveform are same because the voltage and current are in phase with each other for resistive load. But it is inductive load that will be different due to the property of storage of energy in the inductance. Clear? So next, during the off period, when the switch is off condition from this point to this point. Okay, from this point to this point, the switch is off condition. What will happening if the switch is off condition? What will happening if the switch is off condition? Is there any supply supplies is applied to the motor? Motor को connected motor को connect होता है क्या supply? क्योंकि it is a open circuit ना इधर. Here it become an open circuit. Is it right or not? Say yes or no. If the switch is open, it will become open now. Yes or no, please. Please tell me. If it is open circuit, is there any current is flowing?
No.
No. So it means the supply voltage is not connected to the armature terminal. So, but here, what will happening? Whatever the here the inductive load, here the inductive load. So whatever due to this in presence of inductance in the load circuit, the some amount of energy will be stored during this period. Okay, that energy will be released. That energy will be released through this circuit, through the freewheeling diode. Freewheeling diode is nothing but here, whatever the diode is connected across the load, that diode can be called as freewheeling diode. Okay, whatever the diode is connected across the load, that diode can be called as freewheeling diode. That can be represented by FD. That can be represented by FD. Is it clear? So when the inductance energy is releases through this circuit, okay, so what will happening? The still current is flowing through the load circuit. The current is flowing through the load circuit. Okay, but the output voltage become a zero because these two terminals are short circuited. This terminal and this terminal become a short circuit because the diode is turned on now. The diode is nothing but it will act as a closed switch. This terminal is short circuited. So whenever these two terminals are short circuited, the voltage between that point is become a zero. So that's why the output voltage become a zero. So what we can write here, the output voltage is become a zero from this point to this point. Okay. So when the switch is in on condition, the output voltage is present. When the switch is off condition, the output voltage become a zero. So, but the current is flowing. But in case it is a resistive load, if it is a resistive load, the current waveform is also we are getting like this. Okay, in case resistive load, the current waveform is also we are getting like this. Okay, because voltage and current waveforms are same, but it is inductive load. That's why the current waveform will be different. Okay, so you can see here. Next, again the switch is on. So again the same the cycle is repeated. Okay, again the switch is on condition during this period. So again the current again is increases. Current again increases. Okay. And the switch is off condition, again the current is going to decrease, but still the current is flowing through the load circuit. Still the current is flowing through the load circuit through this freewheeling diode. Clear? So here, what I can say here, just wait. Okay, this is the on period. This is the on period. and this is the off period. Is it right? So like the same way, on, off. On and off, like this. So why we are going to discuss here? So how the motor speed is controlled? That is our main motto, na? How the motor speed is controlled. So here from this equation, from this waveform, so we can write the output voltage equation. V0 is equal to 1 by t 1 by t क्यों लिखा अपन? 1 by t क्यों लिखा है? Only one pulse is present. Clear? From 0 to total time period. So total time period में t. Okay. So Tn plus T off. So integral, we are going to integrate this waveform. Okay. कहाँ से कहाँ तक present है waveform? From 0 to t on ना. Output voltage is present from which point to which point? 0 to t on na? Yes or no? Yes or no, please? Yes. 0 to t on. Okay, we are going to integrate in the supply voltage. Means the magnitude of this output voltage is whatever the magnitude of the supply voltage is same as the same voltage is present the load across the load. So we are going to integrate the supply voltage Vs into dt. Yeah, on x-axis we are taking the dt. Okay, on x-axis we are taking the dt. Sorry, t, not dt. X-axis we are taking the t. Just wait. T time. So we are integrating with respect to time. So that is equal to what we can write here? What we can write this equation? Vs is the constant now. Yes or no? Supply voltage is the constant. So this constant term we can bring outside. Vs by t integral constant into dt. So constant t. Okay. Integral 1 into dt t 0 to t on. 0 to t on. So we can apply this Vs by capital T, upper limit minus lower limit, T on minus 0, upper limit minus lower limit. So what we can write this one? V0 is equal to what we can write? T on upon by capital T, T on upon by capital T into Vs. Can we write like this? Can we write like this? Please tell me. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So means output voltage V0 is equal to T n upon by T into Vs. Is it right? So here Tn is nothing but on period of the switch and capital T is nothing but total time period. Tn plus T off. Okay. So this equation also can be right in terms of duty cycle. V0 is equal to delta into Vs. Delta into Vs. Here delta is nothing but duty cycle. Delta is nothing but duty cycle. So delta is equal to T on upon by capital T. Delta is nothing but and the ratio between the on period to the total time period is called the duty cycle. Okay, the output voltage V0 is equal to delta into Vs. Is it okay, all of you? All of you, please. Up to this point, is it clear how we are getting the equation? Okay, can I go to the next step?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just we can understand now why we are going to derive this equation. So I will rough this, all these things. Just remember that equation only. Okay, for example, we know the supply voltage Vs is equal to 230 volts. Vs is equal to 230 volts. Clear? So Vs is equal to 30 volts, and on period is equal to T on is equal to 5 seconds. T on is equal to 5 seconds, and T off is equal to 5 seconds. Half period is equal to how much? Half period is equal to how much? कितना है? On time कितना, half time कितना इधर? How much I have taken? 5 seconds, 5 seconds. Yes or no? Yes or no, please. What is the total time now? Capital T is equal to? What is the total time? Capital T is equal to on time plus half time. How much? What is the total time? Can anybody say, please? Five plus 5, how much? Hello, everyone, please. All of you. Hello. Aarti. Rutuja. Akanksha. Chandana. Yes, 10 seconds. So say the answer, na? 10 seconds. Capital T is equal to 10. So here, so what will become the output voltage? V0 is equal to, what is the output voltage? V0 is equal, what is the formula? What is the formula? Delta into Vs. Is it right? So delta is nothing but T on upon by capital T. So 5 upon by, so delta we can calculate now here. Delta is equal to 5 by on period upon by total time period, that is the 5 by 10. So 1 by 2. What is the value of 1 by 2? What is the value of 1 by 2? 0.5, na? Yes or no? What is the value of?
0.5.
Okay, 0.5. So we can substitute in this 0.5 sahi na? 0.5 into supply voltage how much? Supply voltage how much? How much supply voltage? 230. So what is the value of this 0.5 into 230? Can you tell, please? What is the value of 0.5 into 230?
115.
115 volts. So V0 is equal to, yes, exactly. Thank you. V0 is equal to 150 volts. आपने सप्लाई दिए कितना दिया था सर्किट को? यहाँ पे सप्लाई हाउ मच वी आर गिविंग? 230 ना? Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
So how much you are getting? If on period is equal to 0.5 seconds, so on period is equal to 5 seconds and on period is equal to 5 seconds. Okay, then we are getting the output voltage is how much? 115?
Yes.
115 volt. So voltage decrease हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? By varying the on and off timings of the switch, by varying the on and off timings of the switches, so the output voltage is vary. Is it right or not? Okay, so the output voltage is decreased. The output voltage is decreased by varying the on time and off time of the switch. On time and off time of the switch. If this voltage is decreased, then what will happening? For example, here the load is connected. Okay, here the load is connected. Sorry, motor load is connected, and this voltage is given to this motor. So what will become a speed? Speed controlling होता है कि नहीं होता है? Because if the voltage decrease, what will become the speed? Speed is also decreased, na? Speed is also decreased. Yes, yes or no? Because the speed is directly proportional to the voltage. If the voltage is decreased, the speed is also decreased. Yes or no, please? Yes or no? Clear? So that's why here, like in this way, we are going to control the speed of the motor. Okay, so how we can control the speed of the motor? By varying the voltage, okay, which is given to the armature terminals. So how this armature terminal voltage is varying? By varying the on and off time of the switches in the chopper circuit. By varying the on and off timing of the switches in the chopper circuit, the output voltage vary. Okay, output voltage of this chopper circuit is vary. If this output voltage is vary, the speed of the DC motor is also vary. The speed of this DC motor is also vary. This is the conclusion. So now I think of, did you get the concept? All of you, please say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's why we are going to discuss this topic, chopper fed DC motor. So means how the DC motor speed is controlled using the chopper. So by varying the duty cycle, the speed of the DC motor is also controlled. Clear? So this is the concept of the chopper fed DC motors. This is the concept of the chopper fed DC motor. Any doubt, please? Any doubt? Concept is clear, all of you? Please say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. कोई डाउट तो नहीं ना?